everyone, it's Tuesday morning, super early. I finished a book yesterday and I have to pick a new book today, so I thought I'll film how much I read in a week so that I can keep a track and keep myself motivated. So let's pick a new book. This is what we have. I'm inclined towards Cruel Prince or Tuesdays with Maury. I might pick both, but I think let's start with the Cruel Prince. I have read a bit, but I do need to start again. So this is as good as a fresh book. I have my book and my super full cup of dhania jeera pani. So let's get started. I'm just 4 pages into the book and it feels like the start of the Shadowhunter series well, I don't want to spoil, but let's see how it goes. So I managed to read around 14 pages of this book, but now I'm going to start reading Mahabharata. This is just the part 1. It's the unabridged version of about 5,000 pages and I am on just page 66. I am reading it slow, like 15 to 20 pages a day, because I want to retain some of the knowledge at least. I will read now Mahabharata for some time and then I will resume with the Cruel Prince for the rest of the day. So it's Wednesday and I read around 110 pages of Cruel Prince and about 10 pages of Mahabharata. Usually I read around 50 to 70 pages on an average, but yesterday I had a little bit of extra time, so I managed to read about 100 pages of this book. It's evening already and I haven't picked up a book at all. It was a very busy day and I still have few calls left, but I'm just taking a 10-minute break and reading a couple of pages. Good morning everyone, it's Thursday and I managed to read 51 pages yesterday, which is my regular average after work. I am on chapter 16 and we will see how much I can read today. The story is getting really interesting and I really want to see what happens next. So let's get started. I read around 10-12 pages in the morning and yesterday I did not manage to read Mahabharata at all, so I will do that now. I am in the middle of a chapter, so I just want to try to finish the chapter, read 10-12 pages and then I will move again to the Cruel Prince. I have read about 6 pages. Basically, it's like 3 sub-chapters, but I'm done for today. I will again begin with Cruel Prince because I'm so excited to see what happens next. So I am on chapter 20. I've reached around 220 pages and this is one of those books that I had started to read, and there were 22 such books which I picked up last year and I finished half or somewhere more than half, and then I left it because I just bought another new book that I had to immediately start. So this time I decided that these books will be my priority. So as I'm getting more and more into the story, I realized that I'm 200 pages down into the book but I've already read all of this and I had no idea or no memory of the story in detail. So I started again. But yes, as I'm reading, I recollect and I have some idea of what is going to happen next. But I still believe there were about 100 pages left that I was yet to read. So I will anyway continue with the rest of the book and then see if I will pick up the next book or next part of this series. Oh my god, I finally reached the chapter which I hadn't read before, and I found out some really, really bad things about a character, which is made me hate that character, and I'm just waiting to see what happens next with her. So I have read around 169 pages of Cruel Prince yesterday and 6 pages of Mahabharata. So roughly 175 pages. I am on page 320 for Cruel Prince and I'm most likely to finish it because it's around I think 380 or 387 pages. So I will finish that and then pick up a new book hopefully today. I've finished this book and I definitely did not expect the ending. Not at all. I mean, I was so thrilled by just reading that sentence and what had happened, and I can't wait to pick up the next book. But I will wait for some time before I read the sequel. I will maybe read some other book, other standalone book, and then, or maybe I'll parallelly read the second part as well with some other book. Good morning everyone, it is Saturday. Yesterday I read 108 pages. I had some 50 pages left of The Cruel Prince and then I picked up The Wicked King, which is the sequel to The Cruel Prince. I also did plan to read this basically before the coffee gets cold. I have read it half, but I was so excited to see what happens next in The Cruel King, so I just picked up this Wicked King and I am already about 50 pages into the book. I will continue reading this and depending on the mood I might pick up before the coffee gets cold as well. Other than that, over the day I am planning to also read this 50 greatest detective stories, at least one of the story. My husband is also reading this and I want to, he's just finished the first story and I want to read that so that we can discuss or talk about it or how good it was together. So this is like, I'll read one story. It is about I think 16 or 17 pages. So it's around 1 p.m. and I have read some audiobook. I spent around an hour or so listening to the audiobook, and then I have read around 30-40 pages of The Wicked King. I have friends coming over, so I don't know how much more I'll be able to read, but I have some more time, so I will continue with this book at the moment. Morning everyone, it's Sunday and as I said, I had some friends come over last night, so I didn't manage to read anything last night, but I did manage to read during the day and I read some 73 pages of The Wicked King. I am around page 130 and I still love the story and I want to see what happens next. It's very interesting and I will try to read at least some pages today. I still have plans for the weekend, so I might go out or meet some friends. So I'll not be able to read a lot, but I do want to continue and see what happens. Guys, it's Monday again. Yesterday my friends had come over and I went out and came back home late, so I only managed to read about 35 pages of this book. And today also I have office, so I don't know if I'll be able to complete this book, but let's see. It's the last day of the week of the 7 days where I'm filming this video. So I just want to finish this book today, but let's see how it goes. it's Tuesday morning. I finished filming for the video of how much I read in a week. I read this book, Wicked King. I managed to complete it. Basically, I read 159 pages of this book that was remaining because it's absolutely amazing. And because it is so good, I could not stop going for the next book and pick this up immediately, which is the third and the last part, I think, of this book. And I read 73 pages yesterday. So total, I read about 232 pages, which is a huge deal for me to read so much because the book was so intriguing, so engaging, and I just kept wanting to see what happens next. Okay, so I read these four books: Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, half of Queen of Nothing, and the Mahabharata. I've just noted down on which day I read how much. On Tuesday, so I started this in the middle of the week. On Tuesday, I read about 120 pages. On Wednesday, I read 51 pages. Thursday was a good day. I read 175 pages. Friday, I read 108 pages. On Saturday, I had some friends over, so I only managed to read 73 pages, but I did read 1 hour of audiobook. On Sunday, I read 35 pages, and Monday was the best day. The story was getting so interesting that I finished The Wicked King and started the Queen of Nothing. I read about 232 pages. I don't read this much, but the book was so good that I just couldn't put it down. I read every free minute I could find, and in the entire week from Tuesday to Monday, I read about 794 pages and 1 hour of audiobook. So yeah, these are the books I read. Mahabharata, I read only 16 pages during this week, but yeah, it was fun because I just couldn't put these books down. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.